Big B Meetup is a community initiative founded in 2018 in Qatar. With the onset of the pandemic, we have taken it to the virtual world since April 2020. Big B Meetup is dedicated to my mother, the late Aureliana Josephine, and inspired by the people of Qatar, both local and expatriate. Today, my guests are Ali Ahmed Al Marafi, chairman of the Qatar Pro Wrestling, and Shaun Myberg, the Qatar Living Guy. Welcome, guys, and thank you to see you on the show. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, Bosco. Good to be here.
You're welcome. So, Ali, let's start with you, Ali. I'm a big wrestling fan, so I have lots to ask you. But let's start with, when did Qatar Pro Wrestling all begin? Okay, Ali, can you hear me? Okay, this is fun. I'm going to enjoy this session today. Aren't we going to the Qatar Living Guy? Ali, it's always a pleasure to have these kind of issues. Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me, Ali? We were talking to you all this while.
We start our pro wrestling company 2013. Me and my partner Bilal. We think about this project after the WWE show in 2011, and after we saw how many people love to watch wrestling live. So I decided to make a new company. It's local company for Middle East or for people who's living in Qatar, and we call this Qatar Pro Wrestling and so on. We started this business since 2013. This is exactly how we did.
That's fantastic. So what are, I will put my question directly to you because we're having a small issue with the sound here, but that's fine. What are your greatest achievements with Qatar Pro Wrestling? What are your future plans? These are my two questions
Actually,
right now.
because I was a big fan of wrestling since I was a kid, so there was so many things I was trying to do in that time. Like I want to watch wrestling live, or maybe some people want to be a professional wrestlers. But here in Middle East, you cannot find any base for pro wrestling or wrestling entertainment, whatever you want to call it. There is no base in Middle East. So I started this business to achieve those people who are dreaming to be professional wrestlers, or even to watch wrestling live, or even to work in a wrestling business. This is exactly what was my achievement.
That's fantastic. Talking of wrestlers, isn't there a Kuwaiti wrestler? I can't remember his name, but he's a professional wrestler. I don't think he came to Doha, but he's been inducted in WWE, if I'm not mistaken. He and his wife is also a professional wrestler. I believe
There
she.
was no Kuwaiti wrestlers.
Okay,
There was no Kuwaiti wrestlers in
Jordanian. I
QPW.
think.
If you're talking about QPW or in Kuwait or WWE, there was Nasser Toueh, I think it was this
Yes,
name.
wasn't he Jordanian?
Yeah, and he got married of Shadia.
Yes,
They're
I know.
from the WWE. They went to the WWE, but they are not professional wrestlers. They are athletes. So, so they went to the WWE, try out in Dubai, and the WWE tried their best to make them a big superstar, but they didn't. They didn't work. So they went back to their country again. So they are
Okay.
not professional wrestlers anymore.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you for clearing that. Yeah. So, Ali, what are the future plans with W Qatar Pro Wrestling? And you know, y'all were one accolade I'm surely you'll have is y'all were probably the last big show, the big show in February before lockdown happened. I wasn't in Doha, but still I got a lot of positive news about the event you had in February, and after that we had lockdown. So I'm sure your event was the biggest event just before lockdown. So that's a big achievement, huh? And good timing. So how did that go? What was that all about? I'm sorry I couldn't attend it because I was in India.
So what we're trying to do right now, after the crisis of coronavirus, we're planning to do a weekly show on YouTube. It's going to be free. We will we will tape this before, and it's going to be like weekly show for people. They can watch it through the YouTube just for a moment. Maybe we're going to take this project to Fight TV in the future, maybe next year. And of course, this weekly show is going to be only exclusively for QPW Academy students or Academy superstars, not with the big names. We will get some hosts or guests from the big names to come in and work with these boys. This is one of our project or our plans. So this is exactly what we are working on right now. Weekly shows. It's going to be free to watch through YouTube, and also for people to come in and to watch this show. Taping is going to be also free for them. We want to push those kids to make them big superstars for future, and this is exactly what we are working on it right now.
Shaun, can you see me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've lost. I lost.
Yeah. It
I,
seems like Ali's disappeared there.
yeah, yeah. We have lost him. Uh, there is a small.
I'm sure he'll come back.
I'm sure he will. Yeah, I'm sure he will. I just
Like
want.
any good wrestling fan, it's all about the comeback.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Hello, Ali. Hang on, guys. I like that. Yeah. Hello, Ali. Hi, Ali. Can you hear us?
And it's gone again.
No worries. I'm a pro at this now. So that's fine. And we keep trying. As a Liverpool fan, Shaun, I never give up. I
We
don't know
go
which.
again. We go
Yeah,
again.
we go again. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. We will get Ali back. I like this actually. I like these kind of hurdles that you want to cross because. Yeah, I lost Ali. Yes, Steve, I lost Ali, but we're going to find him. Don't worry. Finding Ali is the new movie coming out soon. Just give us a second or two.
Steve, you still heard me. Wow.
Uh,
I didn't hear about who's still here.
yeah.
Typical
Okay.
bias.
Yeah. Uh, you know what we'll do? Let's move on to Shaun. Ali, if you can just sort the thing out and come back to us, yeah? And we'll come back. I will be talking to Shaun now. Shaun, when did you become a wrestling fan? What is that all about?
Well, I'm a kid of the 80s, and I think wrestling in the 80s was a huge thing. So I go all the way back to probably about 86, 87. WrestleMania 4 was my first WrestleMania. So as a fan, I
Wow.
think when I got hooked was the days of Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage. That's
Yeah.
really what got me into it. And yeah, it's one of those things I just stuck with my whole life. And finally, now it's at the age of 40 something, I'm finally a bit more involved in the wrestling world, thanks to people like Ali Marafi, QPW. I think it's a lifelong dream to be this close to it and to see new generations come up. And I always said if you sort of got through that high school period and stayed a fan, you would be a fan for life. Once you got through being mocked at school for being a wrestling fan, if you stuck to your love, you were sorted for life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a lifelong fan for sure.
Absolutely. Well said, Shaun. Well said. Going back to Shaun, the Qatar guy, yeah. the Qatar living guy, sorry. Qatar guy, hey, that's another guy. Qatar living guy and head of content. So are you content with the content? And
Yeah,
how are
look,
you taking
it's been a very difficult period. I think more so now than ever, Qatar Living has played a very important role in the community. I think since this lockdown happened back in February, we sort of changed what we present to the public. I think we've become much more important in terms of getting information out. I think that is, whereas before we sort of provided coverage of events, places to go, things to do, that basically stopped, and we had to sort of change our perspective on things. And I think we've seen another side of Qatar Living, and I think we have an amazing team that sort of got this information out to the public, kept people updated, kept the news, as soon as it's released, the news is put out there to the public. We try and help people as much as we can, but yeah, it's a very strange time.
Yeah, true. Shaun, I don't think so. You know this, but I still have an account. I don't use it anymore. But you guys were instrumental in helping me with my job as a PR executive or PR manager with the Asian Games in 2006, because we used the Qatar Living platform to promote the Asian Games in the local community. So you
Right.
guys go way back. So I think on the 10th,
Yeah,
on your 10th anniversary, I was present at
I
your
have
10th
15.
anniversary. Sorry, 15th.
Oh, right.
I think it was 10th or 15th. No, 10th, right?
It'd
Yeah,
be that 15 now.
yeah, exactly. 15 now, but I was there at the Sheraton for your 10th anniversary, and they commended the people who were the first few people who had an account on Qatar Living. You all started off as a board for people to share, sell things, but then you all moved on and you all have become this big behemoth. Qatar Living and I Love Qatar, the topmost social media platforms in Qatar for the expats and the locals, which is a phenomenal thing.
And I
So
think we all have the same goal. I think the idea is to keep the public informed, to enhance the life of people both in Qatar, outside of Qatar. So we
yeah,
understand our role. I think we know how important, and that's why we're still around, because there's a need for us.
very true, very true. Just going back to Ali, just to keep him in the flow. Ali, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Ali? And see? I mean, sure you can see us, but I mean, can you see him, Shaun?
I can see you, Ali. Can you hear or see me? Can
Okay.
see.
Well, that's a cool one. Yeah. Okay, we need to get our tag team partner back. We'll just message him.
I just back.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks so much. I'm happy to have you back. Let me continue with Shaun, and I'm going to come back to you. This is a pure wrestling match where one guy takes a break, and then we tag team him, and he comes back in. This is working out really well, don't you think, Shaun? I like.
Definitely.
So
Very accurate.
So let me know when you need to be tapped in. So we'll tap you in and we'll bring you in early. Yeah. And now I'm fighting. I'm in a bout with Shaun. The Saturday lockdown. Yeah. If you can smell what Big B is cooking, yeah, today. Yeah. So Shaun, tell us
Yep.
more about if you can repeat the wrestling part, because that was so nostalgic. Because as a kid, we didn't have cable TV those days. So on a Friday and a Saturday, I used to go down Musharraf, because I lived in Qatar as a kid, in Abdullah bin Thani, and go to the shop and pick up a VHS cassette to watch not the Royal Rumble actually, to watch Raw, and Ultimate Warrior, and uh, what do you call it? The Bushwhackers were my favorites. If you know the Bushwhackers, yeah, exactly. Exactly, and the British Bulldog. Yeah, I had a lovely T-shirt of the British Bulldog, which I bought from London a couple of years ago. I wore it so much that I was trying to wear it today, but I'm like, no, I can't do that. It's in shambles. Yeah. So who isn't a wrestling fan? And what a fantastic thing for Ali Marafi to start in Doha, the Qatar Pro Wrestling. And when he just said about the YouTube he's going to start, which is just fantastic. I'd like to know more about that, and I'd like to present that again to the people here, because that would be very interesting, Shaun. But what would
Yep.
be interesting, Shaun, I've seen on your social media, you have play acted a wrestling bout. Where did that all happen? That was very interesting.
So yeah, when I first joined Qatar Living, one of the first things I sort of discovered was QPW, which was the school that was now training wrestlers. I think they'd only been around for about 3 months at that point. And we have a series called QL Adventures, and I was the host of that series. We still do it, but this was probably one of the very first episodes.
I was just going to say, sorry, I was just going to ask you where you did a couple of episodes. I was very interested. I liked it very much, and suddenly you just went offline with that. Would you get? What if Shaun? What if I challenge you to a wrestling bout at the QPW Showdown, wherever it is?
I've got an injury right now. If it wasn't for this injury, I would take you up on that challenge. But getting old now.
Can you just say yes and don't chicken out, please, for the
Yes.
for the love of wrestling and Ali?
Next February 31st, I'm there.
Yalla, khalas. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a recce there soon. I would like once we finish, once we're in September and we have passed phase 4, I'd like to do a recce with you at Ali's Qatar Pro Wrestling uh, shop, or what's it called? It's a wrestling
At the
center.
academy.
The academy, yeah, I'd like to see the academy. Are you
Yeah.
game?
I'm always game. I tell you, being there and seeing how talented these kids are. Some of the guys actually performed at the QPW Super Slam show that they had in February. So you put your wrestling boots on. It's going to be a very difficult task. These guys are well trained. Ali's done a great job with them.
Fantastic.
It's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Yeah. So, so Shaun, what have you been doing in lockdown? Don't tell me you've been practicing your wrestling tricks, but you've been very busy. I know that.
Yeah, Qatar living pretty much takes up 24/7 because there's news breaking all the time. But thankfully, there's a lot of streaming going on. I think as a wrestling fan, there's always wrestling on in the house, whether it's YouTube or whether it's one of these streaming services, the WWE Network, the Fight app, which you can find QPW Super Slam on.
Oh,
There's a lot of alternatives to keep us busy, and I sort of always have something going on in the background. But yeah, I think now that things are opening up, we can start going out places again. I think again, Qatar Living has a role in telling people what's available to do, how to do it safely. I think we're tired of lockdown now. We really just want to start living something of a normal life again.
yeah.
And hopefully once this is all over, we'll start having big shows again, like the QPW Academy shows and the Super Slams, where we can go together as a crowd and enjoy stuff together again.
Yeah, very true, very true. But tell us more about what Qatar Living has in plans for the future, and also, I particularly like the shawarma shows that you had, the best shawarma in town. I really
So
like that.
we do have a couple of series, and one of them, the one you're referring to, is QL Street, which
Okay.
was we did one full season, and then we got halfway through season 2 before the world fell apart a little bit. But the idea of that series is to go on the street to show people the little quirky things that you can do living in Qatar. The shawarma is a hugely popular thing. Our two shawarma brothers, Basil and Noor, have done an amazing job with that, going around trying. They try the same chicken shawarma at every shawarma place they visit. They don't ask for anything different, and then
Okay.
they give a rating. This is their personal rating. So if it's one of your favorite places and we give it a low rating, doesn't mean you shouldn't go back there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Well,
think we're looking forward to things opening so we can start doing shows like that again. We've got
absolutely.
adventures, we've got Qatar culture, we've got We Are Qatar, where we go and speak to people on the street. We have a QL lifestyle series where we go to the more high-end stuff. All of that stopped, and with that, we had to rethink how we did our content. So we're very much looking forward to phase 4 and 1st of September, just to see
Yeah.
what the new world looks like, and you can bet that
New
Living
world.
will be there to cover as much as possible.
True, true. Well, there's a couple of things I want to say. I launched Big B Eatups last Big B meetup with the wonderful Rachel Morris and my own ex colleague of mine, Julia Toon. So I'm going to be doing a monthly show called the Big B Eatup on my virtual Big B meetup. Yeah, and I'd love to collaborate with Shaun Myberg with that. We might not do shawarma.
But I
Pardon me.
leave the shawarmas for the shawarma brothers, Bosco.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm going to get you on as a guest on that show. I'm going to think of how I'll do that. Yeah, let's go back to Ali, because I want Ali to speak again about the YouTube channel. I would love to promote that YouTube channel where he's providing free entertainment of the wrestling, and more about that. Ali, could you expand on that for us? Ali, if you lost us now,
About
but we I think.
oh, okay. Regarding my YouTube channel, I have. If you're talking about the QBW YouTube channels, it's about everything belong to QBW. Everything Academy, uh, talking about also the big shows which happened in 2017 Super Slam 1. You can watch the full show right there. Uh, but especially we are focusing now in QBW Academy, the boys. We have around two full shows. People can watch the shows through the YouTube QBW. They just have to write QBW Wrestling or QBW. We're gonna find our logo, and they can visit the page and they can enjoy. There's so many clips, so many. Even there is like a reality show for the QBW Academy kids. When did they start to train on the ring until they became wrestlers on the ring? For people who want to discover more about QBW, they can go to QBW YouTube channel.
Okay, lovely. That's nice. That's really nice. And who are your favorites, Ali? Who are your personal favorites? Or as a chairman of QPW, can you say that? I think you can, right? Who are your favorite wrestlers over the years? Because I think you're in the same age group as Shaun and myself. I can sneak into that age group actually. So, because I'm a big, fan of wrestling. I grew up watching wrestling with my dad, with my neighbors in Qatar. It was a big Thursday evening gathering, watching wrestling programs, and it was fun. So, who are your favorites, Ali?
Okay, I will tell you exactly. My favorite wrestler when I was a childhood, it was the Ultimate Warrior. I'm a big fan of golden era of wrestling or WWE. I was a big
Yeah,
fan of the Ultimate Warrior in 1990, 1991. Then I became a big fan of for Hulk Hogan and so many names in that time. Bret Hart for New Generation, Stone Cold for the
yeah.
Attitude
Shawn
Era.
Michaels.
But after Stone Cold, I start my wrestling business, so I don't have anyone like a big fan. I'm not, I'm different now. So I cannot say this guy is my favorite or this guy is not. I can support anyone who can perform on the ring, who give me a big performance now. There is no favorite wrestler in new generation for me like when I was kid. Just I like everyone.
Excellent.
I like to watch AJ Styles on the ring, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes. Most of them people who's worked with me, Brian Cage, John Morrison. I like Roman Reigns. I like to watch those people. This is all good. So for the moment, I don't have a favorite wrestler.
Excellent. No worries. That's a nice answer. Very well said. What are the future plans? Because we lost you earlier. I wanted to ask you. How did the February show go? You didn't get a chance to speak there. So how was the February big show? I heard so much about it. Can you give us some positive notes about how did the big show go in February? I'm sure Shaun knows all about it. Yeah.
Super Slam 2, actually, I don't know what I have to say, but I didn't expect that it's going to be this big, to be honest with you. Just we're trying to build our shows. So we did Super Slam 1. Super Slam 1, it was good, not this bad. Good show. People like the show, but we faced so many issues with the production, lights, filming. When I watched the show on the TV screen, I didn't like it. The matches was good, The names was huge, but as a production, it looked like 80s, like 80s WrestleMania or 80s pay-per-view and with the WWE. So that was exactly we planned or we talked about it between me and Bilal and also Turkey Faisal. We both talked about how we can make better, bigger than Super Slam 1. So we change everything. We add new names, we change the arena, we change the production, the entrance. Super Slam 1, we had around only 3 cameras taping the show, but in Super Slam 2, we have around 9 cameras, which is different. The production is bigger, huge. The entrance was huge. More wrestlers, more names. We have a good contracting with Fight TV to put it live for worldwide, and the feedback was huge. To be honest with you, we didn't expect this one. We talking about private show, private event with 5,822 people crowd, 5,822 people, and all of them came and pay money to watch the show. For me, it was a huge. Even if you want to talk about what the difference between QPW and other shows here in Qatar, QPW is bigger, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
QPW, Super Slam 2, it was bigger show in Qatar. And I'm so happy for it. So, but it's now like bigger responsibility for us to make bigger than Super Slam 2.
I'm sure you
So
will.
we start already working on Super Slam 3.
Fantastic. And when do you plan to have Super Slam 3? Will it be this year or maybe again next year in February? Or you cannot reveal anything right now? Only Shaun knows it because he's smiling.
You're asking for date or names?
No, I don't want dates because dates are difficult to give right now. When roughly are you going to have it this
Until
year
now, we
or
cannot
next?
decide. Until now, we don't have a date because we are waiting for the situations exactly here in
Yeah,
Qatar because we're without fans, without people to come watching. We cannot do the show. So
exactly.
we will talk about it when the country will start open.
Okay.
The business again for us and make the people or the crowd come in an indoor show. I don't know when. I don't know exactly when.
No worries. Yeah. But what I liked about it is you said you had over 5,600 people attend the event and they paid for their tickets. Now, I grew up in Doha, and the thing is we expect so many, and we expect so many things for free. We get tickets for football games, for tennis, for so many things for free. But when you pay for something, there is more value. Also, I like the fact that you are catering to all aspects of the society, because wrestling is also liked by all incomes of society, people from the lower spectrum to the higher spectrum. And do you are your tickets priced, are they decently priced to take care of the people who are lesser fortunate? Because I'm all about helping those community people as well.
I think Sean he didn't pay.
Ah, I like
I was
that.
part of the
I
crew.
like that one.
Yeah. By the way, Sean
Sure.
for the first time, let me to tell you this. For the first time ever, I saw Sean like a little kid in this show. To be honest with you, he was like a little kid. He take a picture with his heroes, they are childhood heroes for Sean. He just came in to take a picture with the Road Warriors, with Kevin Nash Diesel, with Mark Henry, with Rob Van Dam. I can see this in his eyes. He was like a baby, to be honest with you. I'm happy for Sean because I'm one of the people who make his dream come true.
Very well said.
So when I saw Sean so happy, I become happy.
Mashallah, that's Ali,
That's the magic of pro wrestling.
yeah, Ali, you're amazing, huh? I want to go to the point, but Ali, you're very, very popular on your Insta Live. While you're driving, you go live on your Instagram, and you're a superstar there. You're a superstar, I must say. Although I cannot understand Arabic that much, but you have so many followers. Tell us more about that, Ali, about your Insta Live drives. Give us some information. What do you talk about? I'm sure it's not only about wrestling. Are you a health coach or something, or a guru?
Uh, Instagram, I don't know how it all happened. I just tried to be live once to take, I want to try this, the facilities of the Instagram. So I press live. I want to take to see reaction. Suddenly, I found so many people just come in and asking some question about wrestling, and sometimes they make me feeling that I'm a Vince McMahon because I have all answers. Even they ask me for some question for what's happening with the WWE, when WWE will get back these wrestlers, and when they will sign with that wrestlers. I'm not Vince. I don't know all this news. I can get some news, from them. But if I got some, even if I get some news from the WWE, I will not publish it. We are
Exactly.
professional. We cannot do this.
But I must say,
But
you're
thanks God, every time I went live shows, I got so many people come in and ask me so many questions, and they made my day. I spent most of the time in the cars to answer their question. But now because I'm in my home, so I have my own place to answer their questions. So I'm available, most of the time for them. I love the fans. I love people because I'm one of them. One day I was one of them. One day I was dreaming to take a picture with one wrestlers or be on the ring, and those people who are asking me so many questions now, they feeling same exactly what that I felt when I was a kid. So most of them reminding me about my childhood, still memories. It's
yeah,
fun. It's fun. It's really fun.
exactly. Yeah. Ali, on another note, I would like once we are in phase four, I would love to visit your academy and have a better look at it. And I'm going to try and drag
Thank you.
Shaun with me. I'm going to drag Shaun with me because I would like to spar with him. See if he could perhaps be on the next next slam in Slam 3, big show in three. Maybe we can participate. What do you think? I'll pay for my ticket.
You, you are welcome. You are so welcome.
I still won't.
May I have to
Yeah,
say something? I want to say something. Because of this live Instagram, what I'm doing every day, uh, I just find out that I'm have a talent to tell stories. So I'm telling stories now for the people. It's wrestling stories, something who doesn't know about it. I'm sorry because it's by Arabic. It's not English. So I have my
yeah.
own YouTube page in YouTube. It's calling قصة على الحلبة, which is mean story on the ring. I'm just telling
Wow.
people stories of professional wrestlers, their incident, their life issues, what happened exactly with this family and that family. It's just and stories. And the people just ask me now to do more and more and more of this stories. So this is all because of Instagram Live.
Yeah, yeah. That's fantastic. That's really nice. Are you there, Ali? Okay, we lost him, so we go back to Shaun. That's so bad. Once we lose Ali, we go back to Shaun.
He tapped
That's the
out.
tap. Tap tap. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, lovely. Shaun, can you elaborate more on what Qatar Living is planning in the next few? How did you
Sure, and
how
so
did you guys handling? How did you guys handle the quarantine? You've got a pretty decent team.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we're pretty much split into obviously we have a content team, And then we have the different departments. You'll have your usual finance, your admin, properties, all that kind of thing. So Qatar Living itself is much bigger than people would think. But our content team has really stepped up over the last few months. Between our video team, our graphics team, obviously sales team have had to think of a new way to bring in business as well. But I think a lot of where we go moving forward depends on what happens, not just in Qatar, but globally as well. So I think we're all anxiously awaiting for September 1st to see what direction the country takes. And I think that's where we see ourselves as a voice for the country, a voice for the people. And the idea is basically to reinforce what the government's strategy is, what their plans are to keep Qatar safe. We see ourselves as a very important tool to get those messages to the people. Obviously, we're an English platform, so I think we play a very big role in speaking to the expat audience. But I think we'd like to get to the point where we go back to covering events, where we're going out and filming videos. There'll be a different set of rules, of course, but yeah, I think people want normalcy, and I think that's the first thing that we'll try and bring them. Hopefully, September 1st brings a huge change in what's accessible. But definitely, we're looking at things improving so that we can expand as a company as well.
Hello. Yeah, hang on. Wallah, Oridu, Oridu is, I don't know what to say. Ali, can you hear us? This is a good contest, This is a real tag team wrestling match where we tag each other. Now, I've lost Shaun for a bit, but he's there, but I think the net is stuck with him a little bit. Ali, what are your future plans? Can you hear us? Can't hear Ali actually now. Hang on a minute. Can you hear us? Hello. Ali?
I'm back. Sorry for the connection.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's not. So, Ali, what I'm saying is, what are the future plans with yourself? I mean, now with Qatar Pro Wrestling is one thing, but now you're becoming a YouTube superstar. You have your own YouTube channel, which is fantastic. So this is very interesting. But I would love to have some English content with you. Maybe next time when you're going live on you're driving, I'm going to start connecting with you, and maybe we can have a chat. Because it's very interesting. There's another friend of mine. He talks about cars. He talks about cars. He's with Qatar, the biker group. He's a biker, and he's the head of the what car is that? It's a Porsche, the Porsche Qatar Porsche Club. Haji.
So, future plan for the QPW?
Yeah.
Just to make, first of all, we are planning to do a QPW Super Slam. It's like WrestleMania for the Middle East. In Japan, they have something calling Wrestle Kingdom. It's huge show in Japan, more than 50 or 60,000 people attending every year. In America, of course, there is WrestleMania. And Trouble A in Mexico, they have something calling Trouble Mania. And we're trying to do Super Slam in Middle East, or it's in Qatar, but Qatar is representing Middle East. So I think Super Slam 3, after 3 or 4 years, it's going to be huge show for Qatar, also in the for Middle East. And if you want to share me the Instagram live, you are welcome anytime. Just first of all, we have to call Orido for it.
Yeah, we do. We should. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Excellent. What I'd like to ask you is, could you share one message with our viewers here? What is your message to all the viewers? Your personal message and a message from Qatar Pro Wrestling, because I'm treating you now as Ali, the superstar YouTuber, and Ali, the chairman of Qatar Wrestling, Qatar Pro Wrestling, and two different things. So please give us two messages, Ali. I'd like that.
What I want just to tell for everybody watching this meeting or interview, I wish them to watch QBU YouTube channels to discover more about our business. And there is also a documentary film, a short film for around 30 minutes, to explain for everyone how we did start and what are we doing now. It's a very nice documentary
What is the name?
for QBW. Also, and there is also so many matches, short matches, highlights. They can also discover how many wrestlers just came and work with us in the shows. And for everyone who want to watch Super Slam 2, it's exclusive on Fight TV application, FITE application. You can watch it in your phone, an iPad, in your laptop, PC, even in a smart TV. It's available only on Fight TV, Super Slam 2. It's for, I think, $5 only to watch it. I think it's $5. So I need the people just to follow our news on Instagram or on our Twitter. Also, we're going to have weekly shows for people who want to come and watch the show live. They're welcome. We will announce everything in the time, maybe within 2 months. We can announce for the new shows, the weekly shows, also for the Slam 3. So this is exactly what I want to tell for all people who's watching us now.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Just give me a second. I want to call Shaun back on the program. Pardon? Oh, okay. We're having a small. Shaun has left us, but that's okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, that's what I like about it. We never give up. Now we have Shaun back again. Hey, Shaun.
Live TV.
Live TV. Yeah. Ali and Shaun. I would like to tell you all this. The reason I'm so cool about all this, and it's all live and open. This has happened before, and my program is a community program, and there's nothing fancy about it. If we make mistakes, we correct them live, and we show we've corrected them, and we show we made mistakes, because we're all on a learning curve forever, right? We all make mistakes and we learn from it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm so happy to have you back, Shaun, because we're nearly done here. But hey, this is so much fun. So I think this is happening on purpose now. So Shaun,
because we're actually the same person, we're just disappearing.
Yeah, please can you share your message with our viewers? I'd like you to share your message. And what is your message for the viewers? We had a lovely message from Ali, very nice of him. What's your message, Shaun, to our viewers?
I guess I'll sort of reiterate what we've been saying for the last few months. I think people need to just be patient. We're going through unprecedented times, which is the key word for these last few months. I think it's important we follow the guidelines that the government is putting out for us.
Okay. Yeah.
It's for our best interest.
Shaun, I'm so sorry. You need to repeat that message, but I need to say, this Neelu Sharma, she's your biggest fan. Does she know you're married?
She is my married partner.
Okay, shout out to Neelu here. Neelu, I'm very impressed with you, and thank you so much for your coming on the show. And wish you both a very happy marriage. I think you guys got married last year, right, or year before?
2 years now. Yeah, 2 years ago.
2 years, because I remember the very month or year you got married. Wow, great! I hope you're cooking him some nice Nepali food for him, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, spicy. Sorry, I digress very easily. That's me, my short attention span. But yeah, Shaun, your message to Neelu and to everybody.
Guys, stay safe, be patient. Things are changing. As long as we follow the guidelines, they're going to keep improving. Now's not the time to be reckless. And I think most importantly, wear a
Oh,
mask.
lovely. Yeah, we need a picture of that. That's a lovely one. Yeah. Hey, keep that on. Can you still speak with it?
I can speak, but can you hear me is the question.
Yeah, I can hear you. This is a nice one. Hey, Sean, I need one of those, man. Come on.
WWE.com, The Fiend. There we
It's
go.
cool. Lovely, lovely. So
Stay safe. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Let's support each other. Let's be patient.
yeah, true. And also, please, guys, keep your distance. You don't have to keep going to the malls all the time, all the beaches. Social distancing, and please get rid of your garbage in the proper way. I see so many masks all over the place. Don't you, Sean?
Yeah,
The it's
very frustrating.
yeah, it is. It is. It's really sad to see that. But on that note, I'd like to thank you, Sean, and thank you, Ali. It was lovely to have you guys in the ring, the Big B Meetup ring today. We had some fun, don't you think? We had some fun. I'm pretty happy with how things went.
Technical
And
issues aside, it was fun.
yeah, absolutely. There's always issues in life. We need to take care of them.
Absolutely.
Uh, Thank you once again, Sean.
Thank you, Bosco. You're doing an amazing job with these Big B meetups, and good luck for the next few weeks as well.
Absolutely, yeah, sure. So have a good evening. Good evening to you and Neelu and Ali and the wrestling gang. Yeah, take
Thank you.
care.
Take care.
Good
I
night.
just want to say
Hang
thank
on,
you,
hang on.
Bosco. Thank you, Shaun.
Wow, is this
Thank you
actually
both
like
of
a
you guys
wrestling
for
match?
having me in this live.
Ali, sure, sure.
It was a pleasure for me to meet you in that. It's my first time to get this experience to have a live with you guys.
Yeah,
And I want to thank everyone
I'm not.
watching this now through YouTube or Facebook. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Ali. It
Yeah,
was very nice. You're doing an amazing job too, and you have come out of the blue. Yeah, this is really looking like a wrestling game because suddenly you hear somebody on the speaker, and he comes in and enters a
that's the
WWE
authority.
wrestling
Thank
match.
you. Thank you.
Exactly. Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you, guys, and good
Thanks,
night.
guys.
Maslama. See
See
you.
you. Bye.